So let me introduce myself. My name is Jeremiah Rangel, and I am a master life and business coach. So why do I have the authority to call myself a master life and business coach? Well, let me get into it and give you a clear picture. Not only am I a life and business coach, I help people in their lives become the best version of themselves, but also in business, whether that's their career or they own a business or they're self-employed, whatever they choose to decide as far as their career, their financial world, I help them become as much financially independent, stable, secure, and ideally financially free, because the more you have, the more you have to give and the more opportunities you have in your life. So not only am I a certified coach, not only do I work with people, but I also certify other coaches. So it's a lot different level of just doing it. Not only do I do it, but I also help other people do it as well. I began my practice in 1999. So for over 23 years, I've been doing this. I've been studying it. I have invested over 190,000 hours, more than 190,000 hours of studying personal growth, self-mastery, and human excellence. And I've worked and coached with over 6,000 clients in my life. So when I come back to that master life and business coach, am I a master, meaning I'm completely done learning? No, I'm in the process of mastering. However, technically, to become an expert at anything, you need to invest at least 10,000 hours at something, a specific task. If you invest 10,000 hours at it, you're considered an expert. Now, to become a master at something, you need to invest at least 105,000 hours. That's actually 12 years. Like, not 12 years, not including sleep and breaks and vacations. I'm saying 12 years of actually doing work. So for me, I've invested over 190,000 hours. I worked with over 6,000 clients, and my whole system of intro awareness is a compilation of what I learned, what works, tried and true, proven techniques. So that's just a little bit of my background, but more importantly, why? What is my why? Why am I here? How did I get here, right? I just want to tell you a little bit about my story. I grew up, I had a mom with mental illness, and this was very struggling, very challenging for me. Parents, in my opinion, are supposed to, this is when it works out perfectly, they're supposed to teach their kids and help their kids to learn life skills, learn how to solve the puzzle of their own life in a faster time when they solved it for themselves. According to me, parents are supposed to work on themselves and then pass down the knowledge and help the child build themselves up and then live their life and maybe pay that forward. Well, that's not the case for myself and a lot of people that I know. So I had a struggle with a mom who didn't have the tools and resources that I needed to teach me, really to teach me the things I needed. So I had to go find them somewhere. So it was very challenging, very struggling. I didn't understand why my mom did not act like normal moms or other moms. And it was very, very challenging. A lot of lashing out, a lot of this, and it was traumatic. It was very damaging, and I needed to find a solution. I know I didn't want to live that way, and I didn't want to live being treated that way. I needed to find a better way. And I was at one point diagnosed with ADD right after high school and early college years, and my learning style was different. So I was diagnosed with ADD. I had a learning disability, even though I learned different and had a nutritional deficiency. That's what I later found out. And I grew up in the inner city. I grew up, there was a lot of gang violence, there was a lot of drugs, there's a lot of different things that fortunately I should say, I never got into. Been in some dicey situations, and I grew up in a very rough area, but there was no positive mentors when I grew up. So I was seeking a better way. I could not go down the path of the drug dealer. I could not go down the path of the gangbanger. It just wasn't in my wheelhouse. It wasn't in my karma. It wasn't in my fate, whatever you want to call it. It was not something I was going to choose. And I was not going to stay in an abusive relationship. So even if it was my own mom. So I found coaching. I started to work on myself. I started to surround myself with people who can actually help me solve my own puzzle and teach me a new path. And that's exactly why I got into coaching, because I learned things that my parents didn't have the ability to teach me, religion didn't have the ability to teach me, and school didn't have the ability to teach me. Parents can only teach you what they know. School can only teach you what's in its curriculum, and religion can only teach you whatever the belief systems or whatever the book or system that they're teaching out of. But neither one of those three are enough. So I needed more, and I wanted more, and I wanted it in a way that worked for me and I can personally use it. So that's why I got it, because I wasn't going to settle. I'm not the kind of person that settles for what doesn't work for me. I got so much out of coaching. I started surrounding myself with mentors, modeling after people, and my life started to take off and really skyrocket. And why I coach now, why do I coach or help other future coaches or current coaches become the best possible coach they can? To provide new opportunities. I did not have the opportunities where I grew up. And I knew that there was a better way, though, deep down inside. Do you ever have that feeling where the results you're getting in your life, that this can't be it? You ever ask yourself, this can't be it? This can't be all my life is all about, right? And it might be the relationship you're in. It might be the job or the profession, or the field you're in. It might be the house that you're in. It might be the city or the state that you're in, or the country, right? Well, we can change, but we can't do it on our own, and I'll get into that in a future video. I also coach people to show a new path. I didn't have that. And without my mentors and my teachers, I would not be standing in front of you here. I might not even be alive. I might have gotten into some dicey or some shady situations that I might not have got out of. So I'm really glad I listened to my intuition. I did not accept what was given to me, because I searched for a different path and found something better, and you can too. Even if you don't know how, it doesn't mean you can't learn how. And most importantly, I'm in this, why I show up for work every day. And it's not work, it's my love, it's my passion. I love helping people fulfill their life's purpose. 100% of me feels and knows that every single one of us as human beings has a specific purpose and a specific mission that we're here to accomplish. And when we're on our track, in our life's purpose, living it, we have greater health, wealth, success, happiness, fulfillment. We feel great. Life is good, right? And when we're off our path, kind of like the game Operation, if you ever played that, like I did when I was a kid, and you started buzzing, or if you ever go bumper, you do bowling and they got the bumpers and you hit the sides a little bit. Well, that's also feedback that we're not on our path, not on our track. Now, of course, on one level, we're always on our track and path, but you know what I mean, where we don't feel like we're on the right track, where there's illness, where maybe it's a low bank account, maybe it's a challenging relationship, and maybe we're just not happy in life. That is, to me, feedback that we need to make some changes. So this is why I got into coaching, and this is also why I coach. And I want you to think about too is, do you have a why? Do you have a reason why you might want to get into coaching? As far as like, you might want to get a coach, you might want to hire a coach, you might want to team up with somebody that can help you solve the puzzle of your life that you have not yet been able to solve. And if you're a coach out there looking to become a coach or looking to get to the next level of coaching, why do you do it? If you're a teacher, if you're a parent, if you're a leader, why do you do it? What's your why? We're very why driven here, which we'll get into. So that's just a little bit about my background of where I came from, why I was really called to find out coaching. I didn't know the word for it, but I know what it felt like once I got there. It resonated, got the good tinglies, it lit me up, and it felt great. And I want to pay it forward. I have to help people. I get to help people fulfill their life's purpose, which is also going to help me fulfill mine. Because the purpose of my life is to help you fulfill yours. And I'm not here to help everyone on the planet, but I'm here to help who I'm here to help. And those people are going to be called, they're going to be resonated with what I'm saying in my message and this energy and these words, and they're going to move forward and we're going to team up. So the next video, I'm going to get into the difference between, in part 3, intro awareness coaching and life coaching compared to therapy as well. So I want you to think about what your why is, and we'll see what comes up in the next video.